Hey guys, Josh Hankin here, creator of the DVRT Ultimate Sandbag Training System with senior physical therapist Jessica Bento. We just got through a great workout here at the School of Fitness in Scottsdale, Arizona, and we want to take you through what we just accomplished. Now, I talked about doing corrective exercises before. Corrective is really sort of subjective. It's going to be based upon what you need to do. For myself, it was about correcting a lot of things that had happened to me through lumbar disc herniations and a spinal fusion up in my neck. So for me, I really want to work on stability and strength and power all at once. So we're going to go over how dynamic corrective exercises really can be. So first what we're going to do is we're going to work a lot in the frontal plane. So we're almost reinventing the clean squat press. It's going to be a little bit different order, but let's have you see how to do it. Now what sandbag you use is going to be important. So you're using a more compactly filled sandbag. So if it's a strength bag, you want to make sure it's nice and tight. If it's a power bag, you want to make sure it's very stiff and tight as well. What Jessica's going to do is she's going to start with the bag down to one side. She's going to sort of side lunge. Now, when she's on that side, you see how she's horizontal. She's going to power up to her shoulder. Now, she's going to bring her feet completely together. So this is going to challenge her base support. She's going to arc press it without changing her body position. Now she's going to laterally lunge out to this side. Load that hip. Drive back up together. Press over. Good. Let's do it one more time, Jess. So it comes down the ground. Power up. Press. Nice. She's not contouring her hips one way or the other. Allow lateral stability. Beautiful. Let's do two the other way, Jess. So you're going to go in a ladder series. So you're going to do 5 one side, take about 5 deep breaths, and you're going to do 5 the other side. Take 5 deep breaths. Go to 4, 3, 2, all the way down to 1 to each side until you're complete with the ladder. So you can do this to 1 to 2 ladders. It's a lot of work, so my recommendation is start with 1 full ladder. Nice job, Jessica. And finish. Good job. So a really great exercise. Make sure your ultimate sandbag is set up correctly. If it's too floppy or flexible, it's going to droop down on you. It's going to be really uncomfortable to perform the movement. So you're going to do that all by itself. You do your 1 to 2 ladders, then you're going to move in our next series, which is going to pair 2 very distinctly different exercises. So what we're going to do first is a rotational snatch to front overhead lunge. Now what this is going to do, now we just did a hip power movement in the frontal plane. Now we're going to work on the transverse plane and overhead shoulder stability and flexibility. So Jessica's going to take her snatch grip handles. You're probably going to want to start with a smaller ultimate sandbag. You don't have to go to the ground. You can just go to your knee if you want. Make sure you never round your low back. She pivots, powers up to that inside leg. Now you're going to lock in and power forward. Good. So you're going to go the same side. So she goes to the right side. She's going to lunge forward that right leg. What you want to do over time is make sure that comes down in one motion. Nice, Jess. Now what she's doing is she's squeezing her shoulder blades back as she's going down. You don't want the bag coming forward. You want it being pulled back. Nice. And relax, Jess. So you're going to do 6 to 8 repetitions per side. So then we're going to switch out bags a little bit, because what we're going to do is an offset grip row. Now, a lot of people, Jessica can empathize here, don't understand why we have end flaps on the bag. The goal of the end flaps is to roll in so it gives you an offset position or thick grip. So Jessica, why don't you go ahead and show people how to get into that offset position. So if you watch her, she's going to really roll in that end cap handle, so it gives her a nice tight grip. So that's not going to be her working hand. Her working hand is going to be that left arm right there. So she's going to get in that bent row position, and as she starts to row, that left arm is the dominant arm. This is the one working, even though this one's moving. It's not really working, this one's working. And because of the length of the bag, her torso is really being challenged not to twist and rotate. So we just had a rotational exercise, now we have anti-rotational exercise. We just had an overhead exercise, now we have a pulling movement. Nice job, Jess, and relax. So you're going to do about 8 to 12 per side of those, and then you're going to return back to those rotational snatches to overhead lunge. You're going to alternate between the two for 3 to 4 times. Then we're going to get into the fun stuff. So Jessica's going to give me her power ultimate sandbag. So we're going to show you these drills a little distinctly. First drill, it's going to be a 3-set core series. We're going to go ahead and actually just hook up to one of our bigger ultimate sandbags, but you can definitely hook up to like a rack or a heavy dumbbell or kettlebell. We're going to use our core strap with a band attachment. Now, what we're going to do here now is work hip extension in the frontal plane and isometric work in her upper back. So she's going to do a little high pull catch. Now, before you even start, you have a couple options. A smaller sandbag will allow you to play with more band tension, so you have more force pulling on you. A heavier sandbag is probably going to require less band tension, is going to be more upper back and torso. So when she goes ahead and hip hinges, see how her hips go back, and then she drives up. Now, if there's slack on the band as she goes down, I'm going to make her move back. There you go, Jess. So her weight's through her heels. She's going to hinge tight up here and pull it nice and tall. Nice. So this looks very similar to what you would see in deadlifts or swings, but that it's a different vector of force. So we have actually 2 vectors of force going on. It's a really great core and hip drill. You're going to do this about 15 times. I'll go 12 and 15, making sure you don't compromise the upper back at all. Once she's done, we're going to go ahead and clip her off real fast. So now what we're going to do is take her down the ground. We're going to do a kneeling half arc. So what she's going to do is she's going to grab the outside handles. Now you're really going to make sure you're using the right size ultimate sandbag here. She's going to keep her shoulders down and she's going to basically go from side to side. Nice. Now what you can do is you're going to squeeze the glutes, you're going to squeeze the hamstrings to make sure that you don't rotate. So this is more of an anti-rotational exercise again, really reinforcing what's happening at the hip, pelvis, and shoulders. Nice, Jess. Now she'll vouch for this. This is a really fatiguing exercise also on the shoulders, so make sure that you don't compromise, don't start shrugging. You're going to do this for about 20 to 30 seconds. Last drill we're going to do is a cross body chop. So she's going to grab the outside handles. If the bag is too big, you can do this with the inside handles, but outside works best. She's going to pivot towards me. She's going to rotate all the way to the other side. And you see how she finishes with the bag over the crown of her head? So the bag and the weight are supported by her thoracic spine. So again, working that transverse plane. You see we work through all the different planes and we're working all the different patterns. Nice job, Jess. And relax. So you're going to do this about 10 to 12 times per side. Cycle through this series about 2 or 3 times. You have one heck of a workout. All these exercises have deep meaning. They're going to have to be relevant to your goals, but you can't go wrong with this as a great fitness program. The great thing about really using effective corrective exercise in this manner is you do get your strength, you do get your power, and you do get more fit. So check out more DVRT Fitness, and I hope you enjoy the workouts.